In this episode, we're going to talk to Reese, a former student from Douglas College, a guy who's a lot of fun. Hey guys, so we're here with Reese Williams, one of the most recent grads from Douglas College. And when I mean recent, it was a fair short time ago. He's an awesome student, cool guy, loves motorcycles a little too much. Maybe he's crashed a couple times, likes to go fast, and he's a former soldier. So Reese, just to start off with, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, thanks, Michael. Yeah, that was a mistake. Why did I say that? Who's Michael?
You just thought it was Mike Cornford because you prefer him over me.
Definitely. That's a big mistake. Why did I say Michael? Well, originally when I was serving in the forces, I was planning to go search and rescue. That was my dream. Didn't really work out that way. I got injured. I had some sales experience prior to the military, and I wanted to piggyback off that previous experience because I know I enjoy that type of industry. And I looked at marketing as a broader vision of the same industry. So I wanted to walk into something I had a bit of experience in and understood a little bit, but also could grow and see a new challenge. And I was living in New Westminster. Douglas College was close by. And with the research on the different resources available to me, Douglas College looked pretty appealing. They had great instructors, small class sizes, and it was conveniently located. So all those things combined, decision was clear. I walked into Douglas for my first semester thinking that marketing was what I wanted to do. And after the first semester, it was confirmed this is what I wanted to do. I felt more confident in that than I've felt in any other industry I've been part of in the past 15 years.
Nice.
And yeah, the teachers were inspiring. The small class sizes made it so I could actually get one-on-one help when I was needed. And beyond that, I mean, it was really interesting also to work with so many diverse cultures. There was so many students from so many different places in the world. I wasn't learning to be a marketer with Canadians. I was learning to be a marketer with people from all over the globe, which I think is priceless because our world isn't so small anymore. We can't focus on one little aspect. You know, it's important to be internationally minded when you're in an industry like this.
And what were some of your favorite courses that you took at Douglas College in the marketing program?
I will pay tribute to the first course that I took in marketing, which was the fundamentals with Douglas Beach. I've never felt the gears turn more aggressively in my head in most of my life that I had in that course. It just it created this pathway. It didn't make sense at first. I just felt like I was being flooded with ideas constantly. And going to Douglas Beach with these ideas and having him completely support me and say, you've got to run with it, take this idea, go, go, go. And it just kept piling up and there was more and more of them. And then I just realized how to channel that into stuff that was more practical. Beyond that course, I think getting into the strategy portions and more of a practical use of the skills we were learning, stuff where we actually applied it to business needs, was probably my most favorite for when it comes to learning experience and like practical knowledge. CRM was good. Now that I'm implementing that in my workplace as we speak,
yeah.
You know, having a basic understanding of the purpose of that type of class. And
was it Britta Clohessy who taught you that course?
Yes, she did.
Absolutely amazing too. Like she's a definite standout between her and Doug. They're awesome. And then what might have been some of the projects that you worked on? Like just name some of the companies and what those experiences were.
I had a chance to work with the Braid Street Art Studio. We did a bit of a promo strategy for them, helping them launch well, I don't know if they actually used any of our ideas, but we definitely put our minds towards finding solutions for them. And then there was the Metro Vancouver Transit Police, who I helped with some ideas for recruiting. That was in your class. And then
I got to add one thing to this. So Reese also built a special sticker for the police cars and it said, "Follow us because we're following you." And I thought that was just like a total.
It's pretty clever.
Sorry, I didn't want to like interrupt. That just totally stood out to me as like a really unique piece. I mean, can you give like a couple more companies from some other courses too?
Beyond that, in the practicum, I feel like that was probably the most prolific of all of the different groups we worked with, was the Douglas College Alumni and Foundation, where being the non-for-profit side of business, it was very challenging to try and see the big picture and how we can apply new ideas when they're so limited on available resources, and their teams are limited in size. Trying to be creative with limited assets was something that I found to be very useful, because where I'm at now with a small company is the same idea, as you're taking very limited assets and you're trying to make them go as far as they can. And every dollar is a battle, right? You can't go at them with $100,000 a month campaign and go, this could work. These are the reasons why. We have $20 a month. What are we doing with it? Right? Like, take it down to the smallest and try to make it work.
And then how did you feel the Douglas College marketing program helped set you up for your current job? Like, what do you think just really stood out to you?
Well, walking into any new industry is always a bit staggering. You think, how hard could it be? Other people do it every day. And approaching this business, this is my first time working in the industry now, at my current employer. And I surprise myself regularly how the marketing manager I work with takes initiative, takes on a problem, and I'm understanding most of what she's talking about. And without that, I don't think I'd have any value to add to her work. I understand the direction and the idea. I understand the purpose of content and how clean and how good it has to be and how it has to stay to branding. Without the course, without the schooling, I don't think I'd be as receptive to the learning environment either. So maybe not, I don't have all the skills that I wish I had, just maybe I didn't cover the right courses, but it's the ability to take a challenge and try to think a way through it, versus my previous military self was not as receptive to these creative types of challenges.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And then kind of the next thing is Douglas College does have a digital marketing program coming online, and you did take some of the digital courses, which are pretty informative. How did you find those from a practical standpoint?
Well, digital is everything. The expansion into the digital world in the marketing industry it doesn't stop. There's always new and creative ways to approach it. So having a bit of a foundation in that area, it allows me to get my head around new digital ideas much faster. Right now, I've taken a digital social media promotion with Chris Rickard, and social media promotion is actually one of our most regular activities. We're in there every other day running something. So seeing the purpose of that and how it can be executed properly, but also the ability to scale it up to something more substantial if that's something we want to pursue. That's all right there in front of me. I can understand it. I know how to use it. It's a fun experience.
It's definitely a fun experience. What would you say to prospective students maybe looking at Douglas College and the marketing program? Would you recommend it to them?
If you're looking to get into the marketing industry, there's nothing more important than having an understanding on basic industry principles. The course, all the way up to the practicum level, covers very important details. And at some points, it feels repetitive. And at the time, you may think, why am I doing this again? Why are they calling it something different? Well, the message is clear. It's you take this very, very important skill set and you create your own tools from it. And unless you know these skills and you have them built into you, your new tools, they don't exist. You'll take a lot longer to pick those up on your own through personal experience. I'm very happy that it was as repetitive as it was, because now I'm able to really dive into those new skills and use them on a regular basis.
Nice. Awesome. Well, guys, we just got to say a big thank you to Reese for his time and just for his point of view for this program, and just wish him all the best in his future in the cidery business in Victoria, British Columbia. Make sure when you go to Victoria, you go have a glass of their famous brew. And which cidery is it? It's
Merrydale Cider and Distillery.
Really good.
They're the first craft cidery in BC, and they're the flag bearers for craft distilleries in Canada. They were the first ones who they were fighting the regulations that were preventing craft distilleries from being a successful, profitable business.
Nice.
So they were one of the first ones to make changes happen there, and they were ready to hit the ground running when the rules changed.
Perfect.
Our one of the owners is a lawyer and was pursuing those changes with a passion. It's really great to see so many new craft distilleries popping up because of the work he did.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm just going to hit stop record now.